Hello there YouTube, it's your boy AF Brain Gaming. We're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about, you know what? We found him. We found the CEO of racism, or the CEOs of racism, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So basically what this video is about is, are Mexicans racist? You know, I myself am a Mexican. I mean, I personally am not racist, or am I? No, I don't know. But there's just some things that are just ain't adding up, right? So I'll start off with something simple, something that's still used to this day. It's a little game called La Loteria, alright? And basically it's a game where it's basically Mexican bingo, right? It has cards, and then some of them have like symbols like the spider, the soldier, well, and then there's this one. His name is El Negrito, which here's a picture of that. So I mean, to some people it'd be pretty racist. To me, it's just like, it's just a black dude, right? And I guess that term is kind of derogatory there, but I mean, I was raised with this, didn't really see what's wrong with it. But then again, like now that I'm older, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's kind of racist. And there's actually another more recent example. Sorry, I had my back at you guys. More recent example. It's with the Bimbo company. Actually, they had this product called Negrito. Here you go, and here it is. And here's like, this is the original packaging they used to use, or they still use it in Mexico actually. And here's another one. It's like a little. This is like so basically it's like a piece of bread, right, with chocolate on top. It's like a donut with chocolate on top, and it's filled inside with some frosting. And then here's another example. So these little candies too, they have a little candy form, but these are all from Mexico. And then in the US, they have a change to this. They actually changed the name too. It's changed to Anito now. And here's an example of the packaging they have here. It's only sold like that here in the US, but in Mexico it's sold as El Negrito. And yeah, not El Negrito, was it? It was no, Negrito, just Negrito itself, yeah. And so, you know, you might be like, oh, okay, you know, some things are weird. Well, here's actually a clip from a popular show. It's actually an older one, so this can't really be used as maybe the older generation is racist, like every other older generation, right? Or we'll see. Let's just watch.
Discúlpeme, maestra, pero mire, me encontré a Jorge allá afuera jugando con lodo.
Señor director, no es Jorge, es el niño que nos enviaron del intercambio escolar.
Ay, pensé que era Jorgito enchapopotado.
And so what roughly happened in that clip, I'll translate some of it for those who don't speak any Spanish, but he basically said that, look who he found rolled in the mud, and he said George, and George is actually one of the other characters' name, and the character was up front with the mustache, that's or Jorge, as they would call him. And so yeah, he said that this was George, and he's just covered in mud. And then the teacher goes to explain that that's actually the national interchange. What's it called? He's an exchange student for the time. So yeah, that's one of those. So I'm like, okay, you know, that's not cool. Another thing we have is right here.
Como bienvenida a tus compañeritos. A ver, échenle una flor, échenle lo que quieran.
A lo que queramos, órale. Changuito, órale.
Okay, and then the teacher starts to explain that, oh look, say hello to him, and you see they're throwing bananas and nuts at him as if he were a monkey. And then look, he does some monkey stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, this kind of stuff is going kind of oof. I mean, this wouldn't fly in nowadays TV. I see the comedy in it. Like, I can see why it would be funny. It's just, it's really, really dated humor. It wouldn't really fly in today, and even in a YouTube video like this one. And so yeah, that's just some of the few examples. And then with the videos that I did show, these are like from like a really old show. It's like, I think 80s and 90s, around there. Like, it was old, but I did grow up watching it because it was what was on TV, Mexican TV, because I would watch Mexican TV because that's just what I watched. And I found it funny when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I'm like, ooh, I mean, not gonna lie, I still find it funny. However, some people would see it and be like, ooh, that's a no-go for me, bud. And then yeah, and well, that's just a little dive into that Mexican culture. I feel like we can be very not necessarily racist, just very like we rely too much on stereotypes is what I'm trying to say. Is we take them very, very literally. I couldn't really find any other examples in media. I didn't really look hard enough, to be honest. Those are just the ones that came up like off the top of my head that I've seen myself, that I know about. But there's probably other ones out there, and just from personal experience, I can say that we take some stereotypes very literal, and you know, that's just the way that it is there. And just wanted to show you who the real CEOs of racism were, even though I really don't care. I don't really see racism as a big old thing. I see that, at least nowadays, it's definitely a lot less than it used to be, and we're in a better place than we were back then. And well, yeah, that's been the video, guys. Thank you much for watching. This has been your boy AF Brain Gaming. I'll catch you guys in the next one.